nobody expected right now. What about you, Wade?
You know what, as I'm looking at him, the number one thing I'm looking at, he's waiting for him so he can catch him with the counter. And so you expect that out of someone who's a more polished boxer. So he's definitely showing us something different.
A minute to go in this fourth round. Tommy Fury looks to be very relaxed inside the ring against Jake Paul. Paul's athleticism has yet to really frustrate Fury over that time period.
I think it's the opposite. I think that I really wouldn't say Jake is frustrated. It's a good combination right there from Jake. Tommy's comfortable in there right now. Tommy's comfortable in there right now. He's in his rhythm. He knows what he's looking at. He's trying to time Jake, and he turned the tables. Again, the movement is what's giving Jake trouble. Don't stand in front of Jake and allow him to punch. Keep moving. It's okay.
Final moments of the fourth round between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. There's a right hand that hit the back of the head. Hector Afu gonna call time.
When you push him back, you've got nothing. Okay? No, what you do now, you've got him. Push him back now.
See right here, this is a nice 1-2 right down the middle. That's just that's good boxing. That's experience. And he saw that Jake Paul was moving back, and so Tommy did what he was supposed to do. He kept pursuing. Right here is the firefight. A little back and forth. Another close round. A round that I felt Tommy had the better end of. Nice hook right there from Jake Paul. Nice clean hook right there. And look at how he set it up. He went to the body and he came back up to the top.
Throw your hard shot. All right?
Taking a look at punches. Tommy Fury has landed 44, thrown 157. Jake has thrown nearly less than half of that. 82, only landed 27. So Tommy Fury is clearly being the busier of the two.
You got to be busy. When you're in the ring with someone who doesn't have experience, you throw a whole lot at them, you know? And when you have opportunities, you throw the whole kitchen sink at them. Right here, this is where Tommy wins. Leading with the jab, backing Jake up, and not allowing Jake to set up that right hand and come off of his back foot with a big punch.
So much for that prediction from both men, stating the fight will not enter the fifth. We are now into that round.
Hey, let's keep it real. Both these guys doing what they got to do. And this is a 50-50 fight. When you have a 50-50 fight, no, it doesn't go. It goes more than 5 rounds, more than 4 rounds. Because it's 50-50. Both of these guys are trying to set things up and land the big shot.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but we need to see a separation. And that's what we may be seeing now. We need to see a separation between these guys. What's going to separate them from being 50-50? That's where it starts right now.
Jake Paul threw an overhand right. Tommy was out of the way, and then he clocked Jake Paul with the right of his own.
This is a really good boxing match. I mean, they're trading jabs. They're trading big shots. I like the pace of Tommy.
Hector Afu has deducted 1 point from Jake Paul.
From both of them. He get it from both of them. No?
It was only to Jake Paul. To my knowledge, he just deducted a point from Jake Paul, not Tommy Fury, because he would have to go to the judges with both men. He only did it with Jake Paul. Left hook, that's set. That wobbled Tommy Fury. Fury might be hurt.
That overhand right still finds a home. Even late, they made no adjustments to that.
But Jake Paul still can't afford to get overzealous. These moments where, especially you have points taken, you land a big shot, still take your time, because Tommy Fury can eat your shots and he can deliver some of his own.
Under a minute left here in the fifth. the deduction of a point, what does that do to the mental psyche of Jake Paul?
It's not fair. In my personal opinion, I don't believe it's fair. I don't think either fighter is fighting dirty. But what that does to Jake Paul is it makes him feel like he's got to rush. If anything, you can close in and make this a 9-9 round now.
I agree with you, Sean. I don't think it's fair either. Both guys were throwing punches at that time.
Big right hand.
To give that point away in this close fight.
That's a big right hand right on the button.
That'll end the 5th round. 3 more rounds to go. Jake Paul deducted a point during that 5th round. Very curious to see how that is significant if it goes to the cards.
Let's see what we get here. It's a big hook right there from Jake Paul. And it's because Tommy has his hands down. What I really want to see, I don't know if they'll give it to us, is where the point was deducted. I just want to say this again. There was no dirty, it's not dirty fighting. Both of these guys are running their hands. They're doing what they have to do. At the end of the day, you cannot afford for the ref to be the reason this fight goes one way or the other.
There is a very concerned big brother, Tyson Fury, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, very much supporting his younger brother, Tommy Fury. Wherever you're joining us around the world, we thank you so much for enjoying your Sunday with Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, both men undefeated. On to the 6th we go. There's a left hook connecting for Jake Paul.
Nice 1-2-1 from Jake Paul, and then Tommy comes right back. This is a 50-50 fight. This is what this is going to be. Back and forth, beginning to end.
Both men have connected with some power shots. There's an uppercut by Tommy Fury. The Fury corner making a lot of noise as Tommy Fury having more success in this 6th round.
And that right there is old school. Every time you touch your opponent, if your corner is making noise, that's only making your opponent know that he got hit. And that's exactly what they need to do right now. Make noise. Now who's having the best of the moment right now?
A right uppercut moments ago that found its destination for Tommy Fury.
I like the jab of Tommy. I like the movement of Tommy. What I don't like is that the jab hand doesn't come back and he stands right in line after he throws that jab. Even though Jake has landed some overhand rights and they haven't put Tommy down, they haven't had a significant effect on him. Eventually it'll catch up to you.
There is a small abrasion. It's not bleeding underneath the left eye of Jake Paul. It is not an open wound, but it is an abrasion, a bruise of sorts underneath the left eye of Jake Paul. Compliments of those right hands from Tommy Fury.
There you go. I like what Jake did. He just did a double jab. It was slow. It was slow, but I like to see Jake try to use his jab more. Jab with the jabber. Give him something else to look at. Now, guess what? You need experience to make some adjustments. The corner has to make some adjustments.
I would like to see him not put so much weight on that front foot. A lot of times he overexerts himself and he overextends himself and he gets caught because he has too much weight on that front foot.
No offense, but they got the wrong ref for this fight. Right? You have to get a ref that understands what he's dealing with. You're dealing with two fighters who are inexperienced and anything can happen. When you're dealing with that, let it happen. Look, here we go.
Now 1 point being deducted to Tommy Fury, so therefore it is now a wash when it comes to the point deduction from Jake Paul.
Yeah, this ref is really in the way. I wouldn't say this ref is trying to be a superhero MVP of this thing, but he's just in the way. He doesn't understand what he's dealing with.
Final moments of the 6th round.
You know what, and also, I'm sorry, but to defend the ref, he is doing what he's supposed to do. But in this particular situation, there's some things you just have to be a little more lenient with.
A little bit more forgiving. Yeah,
exactly,
correct.
because of what you're dealing with. Yeah.
Final 10 seconds of this 6th round. Tommy Fury, a point deduction.
Body shot. Good. Yeah.
We're on our way to the 7th.
That's good work.
How much you got? Not plenty? Yeah. 2 rounds, I'll put it on him. Have a tell him. No fancy. He's gone.
Here's a look at some of the action from
water.
the 6th.